In networking, what does the acronym VLAN stand for? Is it A, Virtual Local Area Network? Is it B, Very Large Area Network? Is it C, Virtual Long Access Network? Or is it D, VLAN is not an acronym? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is A, Virtual Local Area Network. VLAN stands for Virtual Local Area Network, which is used to logically divide a physical network into separate, isolated segments. And for the incorrect answer is Very Large Area Network. This is not a correct expression of VLAN. Virtual Long Access Network. This is not a recognized networking term. And VLAN is not an acronym. VLAN is indeed an acronym, of course. And for the next question of our exam, question number 2. And the question states, what term describes the process of converting a domain name into an IP address? Is it A, domain mapping? Is it B, DNS resolution? Is it C, IP conversion? Or is it D, subnetting? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, DNS resolution. The process of converting a domain name into IP address is called DNS resolution, or domain name system resolution. And for the incorrect answer is domain mapping. This term is related, but it's not specific to the conversion process. IP conversion, this is not a standard networking term, and subnetting is a different network concept. And for the next question of our exam, question number 3. The question states, what type of attack involves an attacker intercepting and altering communication between two parties without their knowledge? Is it A, spoofing? Is it B, sniffing? Is it C, brute force attack? Or is it D, phishing? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, sniffing. Sniffing involves an attacker intercepting and altering communication between two parties without their knowledge, often for malicious purposes. And for the incorrect answer, spoofing involves falsifying information to appear as someone else. Brute force attack involves attempting to guess passwords. And phishing is a method of deceiving individuals to obtain sensitive information. And for the next question of our exam, question number 4. And the question states, what is the purpose of a subnet mask in IP networking? Is it A, to identify the network portion of an IP address? Is it B, to encrypt data transmitted over a network? Is it C, to assign IP addresses to devices? Or is it D, to translate domain names into IP addresses? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is A, to identify the network portion of an IP address. The purpose of a subnet mask is to identify the network portion of an IP address, allowing for proper routing and addressing within a network. And for the incorrect answer is to encrypt data transmitted over a network. Encryption is handled separately. To assign IP addresses to devices, typically done by DHCP. And to translate domain names into IP addresses, this is the role of DNS. And for the next question of our exam, question number 5. And the question states, what is the primary function of ICMP, or Internet Control Message Protocol, in networking? Is it A, to assign IP addresses to devices? Is it B, to provide routing information for network devices? Is it C, to facilitate communication between devices on different LANs? Or is it D, to send error and control messages for network troubleshooting? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is D, to send error and control messages for network troubleshooting. The primary function of ICMP is to send error and control messages for network troubleshooting, such as ICMP echo requests and replies using the ping command. And for the incorrect answer is to assign IP addresses to devices, typically done by DHCP. To provide routing information for network devices, routing protocols handle this. And to facilitate communication between devices on different LANs, ICMP is not used for this purpose. And for the next question of our exam, question number 6. And the question states, what networking protocol is often used for securely accessing remote servers and network devices using a text-based interface? Is it A, SSH? Is it B, HTTPS? Is it C, SMTP? Or is it D, SNMP? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is A, SSH, or Secure Shell. Secure Shell is often used for securely accessing remote servers and network devices using a text-based interface. And for the incorrect answer, HTTPS is used for secure web communication, SMTP is used for sending emails, and SNMP is used for network management. And for the next question of our exam, question number 7. And the question states, in networking, what term refers to the process of converting a private IP address to a public IP address for external communication? Is it A, subnetting? Is it B, NAT, or network address translation? Is it C, VPN, or virtual private network? Or is it D, DNS, or domain name system? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, NAT, or Network Address Translation. NAT, or Network Address Translation, is the process of converting a private IP address to a public IP address for external communication, allowing multiple devices to share a single public IP. And for the incorrect answer, subnetting is used for dividing a network into smaller subnetworks. VPN, or Virtual Private Network, are used for secure remote access, and DNS, or Domain Name System, translates domain names to IP addresses. And for the next question of our exam, question number 8. And the question states, what wireless network standard is known for its high data transfer rates in the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz frequency bands? Is it A, 802.11b? Is it B, 802.11g? Is it C, 802.11n? Or is it D, 802.11ac? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is D, 802.11ac. 802.11ac is known for its high data transfer rates in both the 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz frequency bands, providing faster Wi-Fi connections. And for the incorrect answers, 802.11b, it's an older standard with slower speeds. 802.11g offers improved speeds compared to 802.11b, and 802.11n also offer high speeds, but not as fast as 802.11ac. And for the next question of our exam, question number 9. And the question states, what type of cable is commonly used for long-distance, high-speed data transmission and is often used in telecommunications and internet infrastructure? Is it A, coaxial cable? Is it B, fiber optic cable? Is it C, Ethernet cable? Or is it D, USB cable? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is B, fiber optic cable. Fiber optic cable is commonly used for long-distance, high-speed data transmission, especially in telecommunications and internet infrastructure. And for the incorrect answer, coaxial cables have different characteristics and applications. Ethernet cables are typically used for local connections, and USB cables are used for connecting peripherals. And for the last question of our exam, question number 10. And the question states, what is the purpose of a VPN, or virtual private network, in networking? Is it A, to assign IP addresses to devices? Is it B, to monitor and manage network traffic? Is it C, to establish secure connections over an untrusted network? Or is it D, to translate domain names into IP addresses? You now have 5 seconds. And the correct answer is C, to establish secure connections over an untrusted network. The primary purpose of a VPN, or virtual private network, is to establish secure connections over an untrusted network, ensuring data confidentiality and integrity. And for the incorrect answers, to assign IP addresses to devices is typically done by DHCP. To monitor and manage network traffic, this is a function of a network management tool. And to translate domain names into IP addresses, this is the role of the DNS, or domain name system. Ladies and gents, this is the end of our exam. If and only if you found this video informative, make sure to drop a sub and share it with your friends. I hope you found this video informative, and I see you guys next time. Peace!